Welcome to the second episode of Magnificent. I'm your host, Matt Sims, and with me today is a fine gentleman. He's definitely a loyal friend, and he's a really cool cat. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce Mr. Joe Oddo. Joe, welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here.
Thanks, Matt. I'm happy to be here. I'm glad you invited me on.
Absolutely. I mean, granted, it was supposed to be you and Eric, but of course, Eric had family stuff going on, and he wasn't able to be here with us. So
Yeah, happy birthday to his girl and his son, I think he said.
yeah, I think he said that. Yeah. So happy birthday to both of them. I hope they have a wonderful day of celebrating their birth and everything like that. Eric will be on the podcast down the line.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully.
100%.
Yeah. So, but Joe, you were telling me about how you played hockey for ever since you were like 3. Is that correct?
Yep.
So, and how long have you been doing that?
Like
Hockey.
19, 20 years competitive.
That's crazy. That is so crazy. The longest amount of years that I've played sports is like about 10. So that's honestly something that's like, wow. Um, Now injuries, a lot of injuries.
Um,
Playing that long, I'm guessing.
not not as many. It's more of a like repeated injuries.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Like
I
different ankles and stuff like that.
I mean, my my joints are bad
Yeah.
just from playing for so long.
Yeah.
But like as far as injury goes, the only injuries I've had is like I think I broke my nose twice, maybe 3 times.
Yeah, it definitely has that crookedness to it. It looks good.
It's definitely got that hockey texture.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta love that.
Yeah. Obviously concussions.
Yeah.
Um, dislocated shoulder, sprained knee. Other than that, I mean, high sticks to the face or underneath, like on my chin, but nothing like what the NHL sees.
Okay.
I've always worn a cage, and I've always stuck by that. Like I have a day job. Why am I gonna wear a half visor to go get surgery?
And plus, you got girls to look out for, and trying to,
I mean, but a lot of girls that like hockey players like that the
beat up
hockey look.
face.
Yeah, they like I have a scar over my eye from a stick,
Yeah.
but that
Which is interesting because, you've worn cages, but yet you get all these injuries to where if you were wearing just the half shield.
uh the one above my eye, we were I think we were like 15, 16 at a practice for my coach's youngest, his daughter, and me and my buddy went there, and we had our helmets off just shooting on the net. He ripped a shot off the post, and it just came back and smacked me right in the face.
Oof.
And we didn't have our helmets on, and I just hit the ice, had my glove up, and I could feel like something hitting my hand through my glove, and I was like, fuck. Didn't want to show my coach because he told us to put our helmets on, and I wasn't gonna let him be right. So I just went like this, like acting like I was rubbing it, skated to the bench. As soon as I moved my glove off my eye, just like a whole puddle of blood just all over the bench. I was like, fuck. My buddy comes over. He goes, you okay? I was like, do not tell your dad. He told us to put our helmets on, and we didn't. Let's go to the lobby. We'll get some butterfly stitches, and we'll call it a day. He was like, all right, okay. And that's what we did. Put butterfly stitches on it, and I was back on the ice with no helmet like 10 minutes later.
Nice. Yeah, hockey players are a different breed. They are true badasses. I mean, next to wrestlers, I'd say they are badasses.
Oh yeah.
Because I wrestled for about 2 years, but in those 2 years, I got to meet a lot of dudes that just are absolute badasses. One of them being my buddy, my really good buddy Chris, who wrestled for 12 years, and yeah, man, he's all of them are badasses. Like cutting the weight and trying to stay disciplined and all that stuff. And not only that, but like some of the guys that I know, they could put guys into fucking pretzels and and just with a smile on their face and not give a shit. So,
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. My buddy Vinny, one of his good friends, Cam, his brother is like the top wrestler in the state right now. I think he just wrestled at Ford Field and placed second.
oh, nice.
He's like he constantly on his Snap story, dude. It's just nothing but him getting pissed at himself over his weight.
Oh,
Like he,
wow.
he wrestles in 120. He just posted something about weighing 123 and
Just 3
literally,
pounds off.
and he was like, "Fuck."
Huh.
And he's like, I really just need to go sit in the sauna for like 2-3 hours.
2-3 hours?
Well, he's doing it to compensate for what he's gonna eat after too. So if he
Damn.
sits in the sauna, say he loses 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so now he can gain 2 pounds when he eats. And he's
Oh,
gonna
okay.
gain it back slower than he lost it because he's gonna eat, go to practice, work out. He'll probably gain like a half pound each time he eats.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as far as discipline goes for food and weight, wrestlers by far. I'd say hockey players have them beat in discipline just because in wrestling, it's your job to retaliate. You know,
All
you
right.
make a move, I have to retaliate with this move. In hockey, if you hit me from the back and there's no call, if I retaliate, I'm getting called.
Right.
So you got to be disciplined in your head to not do shit, and you got to hit him clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no reason for you to go out of your way to take a penalty and give them the advantage just
Right.
because then the rest of that game they're going to be on you.
Right.
They're going to be like, "Oh, okay, he's got thin skin. We got him now." So this is all you got to do. All you got to do is go slash him a couple times, maybe cross check him in the back, something light just to piss him off. So, I mean, as far as discipline goes, I think hockey has wrestlers beat mindset wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Habit wise, I think wrestlers have every sport beat.
Yeah. I mean, that is true. And another, kind of, I guess you could call it discipline, but I guess another discipline of, patience and just skill is hunting. And, you and I have talked about, uh, you being a hunter, you know. So, um, like we talked about a couple off air, but you got any other hunting stories for me or and for my listeners?
I've met a couple. You're bored up in the tree stand.
Mm,
Me and my dad usually wake up. Say the first light's at like 6:08.
mm-hmm.
We'll be up in the tree stand by 5:08,
Right.
and I'm bored. Like it's hard to fall asleep when you're sitting straight up. So I slouch, take my phone, put it on some of my gear, and I'll set it up
Yeah.
so I can watch Netflix or something.
Right.
Well, one time I had it on my knee and it was daylight. So, I'm looking around, really just listening, just like white noise.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep. And all I heard was the sound of metal and then the sound of branches. And then I look and I'm feeling in my pockets for my phone, like, what the fuck? And I look down. All I see is Peter Griffin going across the screen. I was like, bro, there's no way I just dropped my phone from 25 feet in the air. So I wait, I check, looking around. Like it was later in the morning. So for the most part, the deer had already cleared out.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting. I waited like 35 minutes. Go down there. My phone wasn't cracked. Anything. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And like I picked it up. It landed on like a bed of moss. And it like just like cradled my phone, bro. It
Gradually
was
just landed.
it was like crazy. I was so happy.
Yeah.
But I was like, when I checked the time, I probably waited about 45 minutes before I went to get down to get it.
Mm.
And when I picked it up, it was like 11:30. So I was like, okay, sweet. I can go inside or go back to the camper.
Right.
I'm glad it happened when it did, because if it would have happened at like 6:37 when all the deer are coming out of the woods, they come to the field, that would have ruined my hunt for the day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like not just the morning, it would have ruined it for the day.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was. I'm happy that it happened when it did.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's crazy though. That's funny. Yeah. I mean, with me, I've had my fair share of interesting stories of.
Let me hear one.
All right. So, I mean, you were talking about your dad and you. Let's see. So, I could tell you about the story that my dad pretty much just roasted my ass. So we were up at deer camp. This is about I want to say 2017 maybe, and we were up in Atlanta, Michigan. So so we're in the Metro Detroit area. So that's about 4 hours away,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, but
That's like northwest of us, right? That's not in the UP.
no, it's not. It's almost towards the UP. It's by Gladwin.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Oh wait, it's only by Gladwin.
yeah. It's like a couple hours or
Yeah, so
an
like
hour.
2.5.
Yeah, like north of Gladwin though. So
So like 2.5, 3.
yep. So like once you hit Gladwin, just keep going north.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's not hard to get around Michigan.
no, it really isn't. I mean, it's a big ass mitten, and pretty much you're either going north or west. So
75 straight up and down.
exactly
94 straight across.
696.
96. It's really not like maps makes it. This is one thing I hate is when people go, "Oh, you need to slow down when you drive."
Why?
Like when I got maps on and they're like, "Slow down, we're in no rush to get there."
Your maps say that?
No, like other people.
Oh,
Like when people say,
gotcha.
"Slow down, it's not a race." Tell Apple Maps that. It's telling me when I'm going to get there, what time. No, I'm going to beat it. What? I'm going to make this thing look stupid. Oh, cool. You said I'm going to get there at 4:44? Yeah. No shot. I'm getting there at 4:30.
Bet.
They're challenging me, and the challenge is always accepted when I see it. When I was on my way here, because I followed you here every other time we came.
Right, right.
So I mapped it, and I knew like where to go, general vicinity,
Right.
but didn't know like what building. And it said 5:35. I was like, yeah, I'll be there at 5:30. And I pulled up at 5:32. Like, you're not gonna tell me when I'm gonna get somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you when I'm
I
gonna
love
get there.
that he fights with technology. That's the funniest thing.
Because I hate technology. I
Yeah.
really do.
Like you argue it. You argue with it like an old man being like, "Don't tell me what to do, woman. I'm the man."
I argue with Siri, stupid ass. I was cussing at her last night at work. I really was.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Bitch, I wasn't talking to you.
No, tell me why that's exactly what happened too. I was on the phone with Eric, and all of a sudden, she just popped up. And Eric was like, I said, bitch, I wasn't talking to you. Eric goes, are you talking to me? I was like, no. I was talking to my phone. He goes, oh, all right, you got lucky. I was like,
That's funny.
like, look, I was like shaking and shit. I'm like, no, Eric, it wasn't.
I swear to God, it wasn't me. Don't hurt me. Nah, but that's funny though. That's so funny that you just argue with technology. Oh God, that's so funny.
Stop telling me what to do, and I won't argue.
That's so funny. But the funny thing is, you ask for it to tell you what to do, and then you're just like, don't tell me in that type of detail.
Don't tell me my ETA.
Yeah,
I get there when I get there,
right,
whether it's later or it's before.
right. See, with me, I find it as like I was in bumper to bumper traffic, and it was like, oh, you're gonna be at your location this time. I'm like, I better be. It's like I better be with bumper to bumper traffic. I'm going on 94 during rush hour traffic, and then to find out that it wasn't really rush hour traffic, it was actually construction. I was like, son of a bitch. But whatever. What can you do?
Yeah, no.
Just be patient. But speaking of patience, so like I was saying, my hunting story.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, way to cut me off, man. That was kind of rude.
I'm sorry.
Just kidding.
I'm sorry.
Nope, just kidding.
I'll leave.
So but yeah, so we were at deer camp, and I was sitting in my tree stand, and all of a sudden I get two does that come in, and granted, I haven't shot a uh, deer, let alone a doe yet.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, I still haven't shot one, by the way.
I haven't shot a buck.
Well, actually, I did shoot one, but we couldn't find it. So let me
Mm.
scratch that. It was like a 4 point, and it.
Where do you hunt again?
So as of right now, I hunt in Flint, but
Okay.
yeah, with my grandpa.
How many acres, if you don't mind me asking?
Uh, Shit, not exactly sure.
Like a big piece of land, or
I mean, it's not
something like
huge.
something like 20?
It's not huge. I would say maybe 20, or maybe an acre, maybe a couple acres.
Mm.
I don't know. It's my uncle's property. It's my great uncle's property, um, but yeah. So I mean, these two does come in, and I'm sitting in that tree stand. My just
Yep. Yep.
heart is
Yep. I know the feeling. Yep.
especially two. One, okay. Two, my heart's pumping. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I get to pick one of these babies. And so, but yeah, and so I was trying to aim on one of them, but it kept moving. Now, granted, all of a sudden when it's a when it's moving, what do? You say, "Mah,"
Mm-hmm.
right?
Gotta stop it.
Yeah. So I wasn't doing that. I was just all shaking and like a leaf, just
During
trying to.
gun season, or?
No, I had a crossbow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying to like just get aim on it, and then all of a sudden it went, and then both of them booked
Oh.
it. No joke. Not even a minute later, my dad texts me. He goes, "Heard that?" He goes, "You got smelt, didn't you?" And I go,
Yep.
"Yep."
Sure did.
So that wasn't fun, but you live
My.
and you learn when it comes to hunting, and you just got to be patient.
Oh yeah.
You got to be patient. You got to be, you got. I would love to get my uncle on here. He's known as the deer whisperer.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, he's got some pretty sweet stories. Like when my cousin Noah shot his what was it, 8 point buck. Dude, my uncle was filming the whole thing. It was the funniest fucking thing. So he's filming this. He's filming this whole thing like it's a part of like a outdoorsman
Yeah.
kind of show. And he's recording my cousin, just shoots him right behind the shoulder.
Nice.
And then all you hear is my uncle go, "You hammered him. You hammered him." He's so excited and stuff like that. And he's like, "Good job, dude." He goes, "You hammered him."
Yeah,
and
dude.
And then the buck falls, and then he's like, "Oh, wait, and down." It was just the funniest thing to watch. It's just the fact that he's like, "And down."
Yeah, dude, that adrenaline rush.
So
That's why when we were talking earlier, that's why I said I like bow hunting more than gun, because you got to track.
right.
And when you shoot with a bow, you get that initial adrenaline, especially when you see it buck up in the air and you hit it. That's one adrenaline rush.
Right.
And then as you start tracking the blood and it goes from like little dots to just bigger puddles,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and you're just like, it's all coming together. Like you see it, it's like like you're doing a puzzle, like you're
Yeah.
doing a 1,000-piece puzzle, and it's all just coming together. And then you finally see it. Like every time I track a deer and I find it, I can't. I run to it like I'm a 5-year-old on Christmas. Run to it all excited, just like, oh my god, yes! Like I got meat in the freezer. Hell yeah!
And I'm glad you look at it like that, because you'll have that some people that look at it as like, "Yeah, look at this. This is my trophy. It's going up on my wall."
Oh yeah, by all means, like I'm all for the trophy too.
Yeah.
But I'm also taking the meat with me.
Yeah, that's what part of harvesting a animal is all about.
And that I feel like a lot of
hunting is all
people
about.
don't get that either. I feel like they're just in it like, oh well, why do you you can buy organic? It's not hormones or anything. Okay, but why would I I can go kill a deer, get it processed for 300, 250.
I mean, eating deer is probably as organic as it comes.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but
it's the most healthy meat for you.
yes, absolutely.
It's
It's lean, doesn't have
it,
much fat on it.
for one deer. Say I kill a deer on opening day.
Right.
Okay, so we'll say from the property that me and my dad hunted, it's so probably some about $400 in gas. Um, total cost to get it out there or bring it back and get it processed and the tag, probably around $400. Yeah, depending on where you take it to get butchered. But that's gonna feed me and my family for 2-3 months, versus where I can go get organic chicken, but I'm only gonna get I can spend $90 on it and get like 4 or 5 pounds. Well, more obviously if I'm spending $90, but that's only gonna feed us for maybe 3-4 weeks. Maybe I'd rather just have the meat that's gonna feed me for 3-4 months versus 2-3 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 That makes sense. And the thing is, like, whether you buy a cow from a farm that isn't drugged and pumped up with testosterone and all that stuff, you make it to where you buy organic as much as possible because it's healthier. And looking at how the world is right now, a lot of people are not eating right. Like I was just looking in, or not even that, but like nothing's like, I don't know. Like a lot of stuff is just pure chemical.
Oh yeah.
Like I was using this one body wash and it was just making my skin dry and everything like that. And I look at it and I'm like, it's a well known name. I won't bash the name, but it was a well known name. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what? And then I look on the back, I'm like, damn, that's a lot of chemicals. You know?
Yeah, I feel like that's how a lot of I mean, I can't even really speak on it
Right.
about chemicals in my body, but
Right, right.
this is also the only thing that's putting chemicals in my body. You know what I
Right.
mean? I mean, I mostly, outside of Friday and Saturday night activities, I mostly just drink water.
Yeah, and that's awesome. Like mainly what I've been drinking wise is like, of course, Friday and Saturday. Having a beer with friends and stuff like that. Nothing's wrong with that.
Just one though. Just one.
Just one, yeah,
Just one.
yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, water, dark roast coffee, and then chocolate milk, like
Oh,
chocolate syrup with
oh,
white milk.
oh,
Mix that baby.
oh.
Mix that
Or
baby
that
up.
old Nesquik,
Yeah.
the chocolate powder.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Oh,
was.
I just use the chocolate syrup though. But
Have you
sorry.
ever had that Hawaiian volcanic water?
No.
It's in like a blue bottle, like a teal blue bottle.
No. No.
I bought one the other day.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
No. You didn't like it?
Horrible. And my buddy, one of my good friends, drinks it all the time.
No shit.
But dude, it was like burning the tip of my tongue.
That's not good.
And I was like,
That's not good at all.
I was like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like,
that's the volcano.
and I bought like the big bottle because I bought it for work.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, well, if I do this, then I don't have to go buy 24 and refill it.
Did you burn your like tongue on something at all?
I had one of those pizzas that are in there
Yeah.
in the break room,
Yeah.
but I let it sit for like 4 or 5 minutes before I even took a bite.
And usually that
It usually cools it down, yeah. So I offered it to Eric. He goes, well, now if it's burning your tongue, why the fuck would I want it? And I was like, okay, all right, whatever, asshole. I was just offering you the water.
I was just being a nice guy.
But yeah, I threw it out, bro, and I was like, I ended up buying a smart water from the break room because like it was horrible.
Right.
Like I don't even remember the name. Even if I did, I wouldn't say it on here. But Hawaiian volcanic water should be enough of a description for people to know.
It's volcanic on your tongue and in your mouth.
Yeah, it was
And
not
not even a good way.
no, at all.
That's funny. Now, I mean, this is such a generic question, but it's such a good question because I feel like everybody can probably relate. But what's your since we're talking about like food and beverages wise, like what's your favorite food? Because I can easily tell you mine.
What's yours?
Italian.
Oh,
Fucking
we're just doing like cultural wise.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
well,
yeah.
yeah, Italian. I'm Sicilian, so yeah, Italian.
So you're automatically like Italian's number one.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'd say it like Italian,
Italians 1 through 10.
American. Yeah, it's like it's so
Italians one
good.
through ten for me.
Yeah.
Americans number 11.
See, I love me a good burger. I love me a good steak.
Mm.
Steak and potatoes.
You like seafood?
Yeah, I'll fuck with seafood every now and again.
When I went to Sicily with my dad
Yeah.
to meet my cousins. I don't remember what it was. It was like a shrimp and a lobster mix. Like in like a like they had a baby. Like lobster size but shrimp look alike. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So dude, I'm talking like this big. And it was all put together like on the plate. And I was just like I was sitting like right here and the plate was like over here and the thing's just staring at me eat. And it was dead. But I'm like, what's up, bro? You got a problem?
You got beef? No, I'm seafood.
Leave. Doors that way. Doors that way. Get out of your apartment.
That's funny. All right. Well, it looks like you're gonna need a refill on that water
Yes,
in that
sir.
cup.
Yes,
so
sir.
we're gonna take a quick break. And we're back. All right. So you instead of grabbing a water, you grabbed a Coors Light. So good for you.
Yeah. I'm probably just only gonna drink half.
That's alcohol abuse.
Yeah, but I still gotta drive home. Or well, I gotta drive to my place of business and then I don't wanna
Your place of business.
yeah.
What is
We're
it?
gonna leave it at that. Place of business.
Okay.
There more of this type of beverage is served there.
All right.
But we're just gonna call it that.
No worries. No worries. Well, all right. Well, I guess now is a good time as any before we continue with the podcast to let my listeners know that I'm on the podcast is on Instagram and Facebook at Magnificent Podcast. That's MATTIFICENT. That's MATTIC. Or I'm sorry, I can't spell.
MATTNIFI.
See, you can't even fucking spell.
No, I can't. Why am I drawing a blank?
Pretty much it's magnificent, just with Matt in front of it.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Hold
There
on.
you go.
I'm gonna look it up just so. I don't know why we're both drawing blanks on it right now.
Well, one, it's like 8 something right now, so
True.
So I'll give it that. But all in all, yeah. So,
all right, I got it. MATTNIFICENT.
There we go. All right. So yeah, just go to Magnificent Podcast on Facebook and Instagram and give it a follow. Find out who I'm bringing on, who I'm going to be having as the guest, seeing how good looking they are and all that stuff. You get to see Joe's battered up hockey face and everything, so it's going to be looking good. But yeah, so we're going to be doing that. Another thing, so I know I just made a joke before we took a break, but I wanted to try this out. Second episode, might as well mix it up, see what people think, right? And for everyone that is going to be listening to this episode, comment on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
I believe there's also a poll if you're on Spotify. There's like a poll or something that you can say like, let me know what you thought of the episode. give me your kind of opinion on it.
Give Matt your feedback.
Yeah,
Let him know what you guys want to hear.
kind of. Yeah, kind of. I mean, like,
I mean, even if it's,
I'm still gonna be doing my thing, with bringing people on and shooting the shit and stuff
no,
like
but
that. But
if they want to hear more about you in a certain way, you can always
right,
bring that up in a future episode.
yeah, possibly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Bring maybe a family member, like a really good friend on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like talk about the early ages.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, but all right. So let's see. All right. So I figured doing the dad joke of the episode.
Okay.
Okay. So the dad joke of the episode: a bear and a rabbit are taking a shit in the woods. The bear turns to the rabbit and asks, "Excuse me, do you have problems having shit stick to your fur?" The rabbit says no, and the bear wipes his ass with the rabbit. But figured you'd like that one since we were talking about hunting earlier. Yep. He's trying to so hold it in. He just wants to bust out laughing.
It's not working good.
The fact that it was just so cringy. I mean, that's the whole part of the whole thing. It's like it's so cringy to where you just laugh out of like pure disappointment and sadness and like, oh my god, I can't believe you just did a dad joke on air. Yeah, that's right. That's my thing. I like dad jokes. Sue me.
Well, you know what they say about the lawn business?
Yeah, right.
It's always growing.
Yeah, okay.
You know what they say about the trash business, right?
What's that?
It's always picking up.
Okay.
You know what they say about cemeteries, right?
Okay.
Everybody's dying to get in.
Uh
Now you guys got 4 dad jokes for one episode.
Yeah, something like that. I'm like,
send Matt all your dad jokes.
Yeah, honestly, send me the dad jokes and I will read them on this podcast. Seriously. Yeah, all you gotta do is just comment on the pictures that I post and stuff like that.
You
so.
should like walk around the line at work with like
Take
your top like 3 or 4 and just have everybody vote on which one they like more.
Yeah, to put on the podcast.
And then just be like, this week's top dad joke.
Yeah, I like that. That's a pretty good idea. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of, that's the cool thing about starting a podcast is like, there's a lot of stuff that you can like experiment with.
Yeah.
You can just,
I mean, this in itself is an experiment. To an extent, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is just a hobby for you. It's not like you're,
exactly.
It's not like you're Logan Paul or Joe Rogan making hundreds of thousands on it.
I know I'm not doing commercials right off the bat or everything like that.
Yeah.
Like, cause I don't need to make the money off of it. I've already been there, done that, gotten the t-shirt and hat, I did radio for like a year and a half to close to 2 years. I did the pay route, and granted, you can make money in radio, you can make money in podcasts, but it just
a lot of people
when all you're focusing on is money, it doesn't make it fun. True. When you just go in, get a laptop, get a couple mics, and just have fun with it, it just makes it so much better. So, and also another thing is like with radio, you got to worry about the FCC. With podcasting, you don't have to worry about the FCC. Like, you can cuss, you can pretty much say whatever you want, damn near, however you're feeling or whatever, and just make it happen. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, all in all, it's just you make it yours, and that's what's so great, about podcasting. Like, I would love, like, I'm still, I guess you could say, in contact with people that I was in radio with, and I would love to have them on, broadcasting and stuff like that. So,
yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be real cool if you can get when we get Eric on here.
When
we get Eric, when you listen to this, we're gonna man nap you one day, bro. You're coming on here.
Man nap?
Well, you can't call it kidnap. Eric ain't a kid. I mean, he acts like one, but he ain't.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's just interesting to think about. Like, you don't look up, you don't look at like women that have been,
Woman
taken,
napped.
woman napped.
I mean, it's a general term, is kidnapped. But I mean, I'm just getting technical on it
Like,
because it's Eric.
even what was it? Like when Frank Sinatra Jr. got kidnapped, right? He was he was a young man, but they didn't say man napped.
No, they said kidnapped because
Yeah,
that's just the general term for it.
true, true. I don't know how we got into that subject.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, next.
You watch stand up? You watch stand up comedy a lot?
uh,
I know I showed you a couple
yeah,
videos when we were chilling in
I
your
think we
car
were
one
talking
time.
about this earlier. Yeah, the only one I
Yeah.
really watched was Brad Williams at my buddy's house.
And Brad Williams, he is
He's
a
a
funny
he's a
dude, man.
really funny guy. If you haven't seen him, check him out on Netflix. He's really funny.
Netflix, YouTube, TikTok, whatever.
Really
Find
funny.
him. He's funny as hell.
He's a little person, and you can tell like his sense of his way of coping with it is by making fun of himself.
Oh, absolutely.
And like it like you almost it's the funny humor where it's like you almost feel bad for laughing. Like he'll make a joke and it's like, if I laugh, I'm going to hell.
Yeah, yeah.
But like you can't hold
But
it
you
in.
can't help but laugh.
No, because it's funny. Like he doesn't make it so it's derogatory towards little people. You know what I mean?
He makes it relatable for everybody, and that's
Yeah.
why I feel.
That's why he's so
That's what I
funny.
find so awesome about comedy. Whether it doesn't matter how dark your humor is, it relates to a lot of people.
Oh yeah, 100%.
During like the past couple of years, like everybody was being like, "Oh, that's so offensive." It's like it's comedy. It's supposed to be offensive because it's true.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff that they say is true.
100%.
Like doesn't matter what they talk about. Like most of the stuff that they observe. Comedians are actually quite observers.
Oh yeah.
Like
Like who was that? I know you said he passed away. What was that one dude's name we were watching?
Ralphie May.
Yeah, he's funny. He's a funny dude.
Ralphie May. He was a goat, man. He would just talk about like.
So would you say he's the Michael Jordan of comedy?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say he's the Michael Jordan.
Who
of
do you
comedy.
think is the Michael Jordan of comedy?
Ooh, Michael Jordan of comedy. I mean, shit. Sam Kinison. Sam Kinison. You know who Sam Kinison
No.
is? Sam Kinison came on the scene about in the mid '80s or so.
Oh yeah, you're an old soul, so you know a lot of the older.
Yeah.
See, not me. I know the newer ones.
So Sam Kinison, he was really unique. While many people were doing like different jokes, like Richard Pryor. I mean, he had his handful, and Seinfeld had his handful of stuff like that, and he was very.
I don't
observant.
think he's funny.
It's give and take. It's give and take.
I don't think Jerry Seinfeld's funny.
Oh.
As far as a stand-up aspect,
I've watched his show, and his show's funny.
Yeah, I'll give him credit for his show, but his stand-up, I've seen a couple of them.
Yeah,
I don't think he's that good.
I mean, I haven't seen his full-on stand-up yet, but I'll have to double check that out. But other than that, Sam Kinison came on the scene, and he was originally a preacher, right?
Oh shit!
So I mean, he came out there and was like, "If you believe in God, you gotta follow Jesus," and he would do all that spiel,
Yeah.
So that was great. But what was awesome was he worked in this, his religious background, but he also worked in his,
Oh, so he stayed with
his
his religion while doing comedy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like he still had that faith, man. He still had that faith in him and everything, but he just knew that preaching wasn't his route. So comedy. So he started doing comedy, and I mean, he just did raunchy shit. Like one of his jokes was about this homophobic necrophiliac, and he's laying on the ground face down, and he's pretending he's a dead body. He's like, well. He goes, I lived a good life, and now I can be with Jesus and, live in heaven. And wait, hey, Oh, I can't believe this. I got a dick in my ass. I lived out my life and fucking was bent over, and now I gotta get fucked when I'm dead. Oh, oh, oh. So,
What the fuck?
so yeah, that was one of his bits. Yeah, it was some good stuff, man. Yeah,
Oh
Sam
shit.
Kinison was funny. I mean, throughout my when I broke up, or when my ex and I broke up about 3 years ago or something like that. I was going through some hardships and stuff like that. And so I watched Sam Kinison. I mean, he would talk about women and how they screwed him over and stuff like that. And so he would, you
So
know,
you're just sitting there like, yes, I get it.
mm-hmm. Yeah, because he'd be like, well, I was married. It was fucking hell, that fucking bitch. And I'm just like, yeah, awesome.
My
I'm just getting so hyped up, at some of his jokes. I'm like, yeah,
I
fuck
forgot.
her.
I forgot who it was. To go off that married and she's a fucking bitch one. My mom went to, I want to say it was Kid Rock.
Oh yeah.
And it was after him and Pamela Anderson got divorced.
Oh shit.
And he was like, I married this blonde bitch from Hollywood and now she took half my fucking money.
Damn.
Just at the concert.
Yeah, I mean, Kid Rock don't give a fuck, dude. Like he
Kid Rock for governor.
I don't know about that one.
No.
He should just stick to music.
Stick to rock and roll.
Stick to rock and roll country. Just stick to music.
Rock and roll and country. Stay. He love Kid Rock. He can't rap.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
But look at like an Eminem rap compared to a Kid Rock rap.
Okay, that's totally different because Kid Rock was rock rap. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, but that type of genre hasn't. You know what I mean? Like, who's gonna go on Apple Music and be like, "Oh yeah, I want to listen to rock rap"?
Me. Some new metal, some Limp Bizkit.
You're crazy.
That was like late '90s, early 2000s, my man. Like, that's some good stuff. But no, I mean Kid Rock. I mean, I've seen two shows towards the end of his. I don't know. He's taking a break right now. He's like done touring right now. So,
he's getting up there in age too, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's not
late 50s.
old. I mean, shit. Look at fucking, the Rolling Stones. Mick Jagger's still strutting his shit, doing the chicken and stuff like that.
Yeah. Or who was it? It was Motley Crue. They just did the.
Oh yeah, the stadium tour. Yeah, I went.
No, they did the New Year's one. They did a New Year's show.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think it was 2021 and 2022. With the originals.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was Motley.
Or I don't know if Mick was in it though.
Well, I know for a fact they did the stadium tour, and that was with Def Leppard, Poison, and Joan Jett. And let me tell you what, those guys kicked ass. They kicked some serious ass. And I mean, they, for how old they are, they kicked ass. So I was very happy with it. But yeah, I mean, all in all, like they did an incredible job. They did an incredible job. But I mean, with Kid Rock, I mean, he still can rock it.
Oh yeah.
Like
especially American Badass.
Hell of a show. Ball with the Ball just got me goosebumps up and down, and then fucking, Devil Without a Cause. Oh my god, it was just an amazing show.
Have you ever listened to Ryan Upchurch?
Yeah, I've heard of Upchurch. Upchurch's good too. Yeah.
Did you hear the song with him and Luke Combs?
No.
So, disclaimer before I play it. Luke Combs has been trying to get his name taken off of this song.
Why?
Because in the music video, they're standing by the Confederate flag.
Yeah.
This is this one.
Oh, you know what? I have heard this one. Yeah, I have heard this one. Yeah.
Yeah, and Luke Combs is trying to get his name taken off of it.
Yeah, because it was his early, like,
It
can I
was
get an
before
outlaw?
it was
It was before
before
he hit mainstream.
yeah,
Yeah.
way before he hit.
He was trying to be like, those badass country singers, and then he became, very popular.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get popular, you gotta sometimes you gotta
And
roll with the
and
punches. I
I
mean, Hardy, like, if you look at Hardy's kicking ass, and he's sticking to his shit. And same with Morgan Wallen. Morgan Wallen came back. He's the comeback kid.
I mean he like popped up out of nowhere,
Yeah.
went to the top, I'm gonna quote it just because he really didn't get canceled, but like quote unquote got canceled after that video came out.
Yep.
And then he's back right on top. Like his album, what's it called? The last night or something like that.
No,
One last time.
it's
I have it.
yeah,
I
it's
just
the one that just got released
the
this
one
year,
that
right?
just got released like last 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it is one thing at a time.
Yeah, that it like debuted at like number 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's got popular hits on it that have been just waiting to
He's
be
just good,
out. Yeah,
and I feel like a lot more people respect him for the simple fact that he stuck to what he believes in.
yep,
He got caught slipping, he apologized, and then he made that song with Lil Durk
yeah,
like a week after.
yeah.
Well,
And everybody's like,
oh,
oh, okay.
but like Luke Combs, just like in the videos I was watching about their beef, him and Upchurch, he's just like, oh yeah, I don't stand for that anymore. And then all Luke's friends, like from high school and shit, they interviewed all them, and they were like, in high school, like he was the one wearing Confederate flag hats. He was the one wearing the shirt with it on. Like, what people don't understand is where we grew up, that flag didn't mean, oh, we were fighting for slavery.
Yeah,
That flag represented racing. It represented the South. Yes, did the South fight to keep slavery going? Yes, but that's not what we grew up. That's not what we were taught growing up.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, like that makes
It was like
sense.
Southern pride
Southern
and
pride.
stuff like that. Yeah,
But at the same time, I get where they're coming from. And I see where people can be like, oh, well, Southern pride is they wanted to keep slavery. And I see where they're coming from with that. I really do.
I mean, I'll be honest. Like, stuff in the South, especially now, like Tennessee isn't like Michigan.
No.
Kentucky isn't like Michigan. Alabama, Georgia, Arkansas, nothing's like, if you compare it to, Michigan or Boston, every place is different, and everybody's got a unique thing on, like Tennessee and Alabama, rivals, right? But
Yep.
if you look at it from without a sports standpoint, Tennessee and Alabama are completely different. You look at Tennessee and you look at what's another rival of theirs? Georgia.
Yeah.
Completely different. Florida. It's like you got part country bumpkins.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh
then
yeah.
you got the Hispanic kind of Latin side to Florida. And then,
So like same with Texas.
yeah.
They got their rednecks, and
Yep.
then they got a lot of the Mexican population because they're so close to it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I look at it like this, whether north, south, we're all Americans.
No,
And
yeah,
we're all
absolutely.
Americans.
And I don't care.
This whole trying to put us in a box and trying to put us in different categories. It's like,
Yeah, I
it's
don't
like you
care
can put
how you got here. You're here. You're an American.
you're here. You're in America. You're an American. Be proud. Being a proud American. Stop with the division. It's tiring. It's exhausting.
It's bullshit, is what it is.
It is absolute
I'm
bullshit.
sick of hearing about Democrats and Republicans.
Yes, me too.
Those are the people that are dividing us.
Yeah.
The politicians and the media are trying to keep the people divided.
And the thing is like with media, like I'm technically doing media. This is actually trying to reunite people, not not separate people. Like we all have
100%.
different. Like I look at it like this. Everybody wants to look at things all black and white. I'm like, no, it's not all black and white.
It's gray.
It's pure gray. and the thing is like those are different topic. There are different topics to where like, okay, you may think one way and I may think another way, but I'm still gonna respect you and love you as a person just because you're a good dude.
Yeah.
Just because you got a good head on your shoulders, you do what you got to do in your life. Do we all fuck up? Absolutely. Do we make mistakes? Absolutely. That's what makes us human. We're all sinners. It's like
100%.
It's like doesn't matter if you're, and again, like religion wise, like it doesn't matter if you're a Jew, a Gentile.
Yeah, I don't.
Like
I'll never judge somebody off their skin color and their religious beliefs, because that's not how I was brought up.
Right, absolutely. You need to, like Martin Luther King said it so great. Do not judge someone by the color of their skin, but judge them by the content of their character. Like that was probably the best
absolutely.
line that is in history. And it's so true, because you need to look at how how people treat others,
Yeah.
and how they treat their families and how they carry themselves. And if they carry themselves with an attitude that is something to be proud of and something to follow, or something to be alongside, it's like, yeah, absolutely do it. Carry yourself, respect one another, share ideas, don't be listen before you talk. My parents used to tell me this all the time, because I used to love to talk. Listen before you talk, you might learn something.
Yeah. Yep.
And we've lost sight of that, but hopefully things look up
one day,
stuff like that. So you never know. But figure we wrapped up this little podcast, because I know you gotta do some other things and everything like that. But
sorry about getting on our rant about politics and stuff, guys.
No, I mean, that's what the whole conversation is about. We all want to talk about what we need, what's on our hearts.
No, yeah, 100%.
And this is what's on our hearts. It just got to that point, and I feel like everybody, would be like, yeah, or or be motivated by it.
Not everybody.
You never know, but that's up to them.
Definitely our group at work, 100% would be like, oh yeah, they're making sense.
Yeah, I mean, because we're just being logical. That's all.
And
we're just trying to be
common
logical.
sense.
We're
young.
Common. We're young and we're dumb, but we have a point. We have a mind. We have a heart.
Because our parents raised us right.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah. So Joe, thank you so much for coming on the show. I very much appreciate it. You are always welcome anytime on this podcast, and we'll have more awesome conversations. But and then we'll definitely have to bring Eric on for sure.
100%, we have to.
Yeah. So, but in closing, if you, like I said in the begin, or I guess you could say middle of the podcast, if you ever get a chance to go on Instagram or Facebook, look up Magnificent Podcast on those platforms. I will be posting who's going to be my guest in each show. So just make sure you check that out. Also, let me know what you thought of the dad joke of the episode. If I should continue it, or if I should just kill it in the second and just kill it where it stands.
I think you keep it going.
Yeah,
I think you keep it going.
Yeah, like same guests. See if they laugh. If they don't, oh well. I'm sure a listener will be dying laughing. Who knows? But Joe,
someone's gonna like it.
Yeah. So, but Joe, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Of course, appreciate you.
Thanks
for having me.
Thanks.